My name is Donnie Reyes. I serve as the Chief Operating Officer for Eastern Data here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. We do IT support for small to mid-sized businesses. One of our clients made the introduction to the LEC, and specifically, they introduced us to Kevin. Kevin invited us on a tour to visit a couple of the schools. The statistics were definitely striking when they were presented to us, but when we actually saw what they did in the labs with the children, that's when I knew that we needed to be a part of it. The first week, I met my student, and we had some challenges right off the bat. I was really nervous. I thought, wait a minute, I'm not trained for this. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know if really this is the best match. And his counselor encouraged me. He said, don't worry, he just has to get comfortable. Once he realizes that he can trust you, you'll see he's really gonna show you a different side. And he did. It took about 3 or 4 weeks, but that 4th week, I saw such a difference. It was incredible. It was a level of self-confidence. It was almost like he trusted me enough that he cared what I thought. So he was gonna give me his best effort, which really meant a lot to me. A lot of times we get tunnel visioned. As IT providers, we get so focused on the thing that's immediately in front of our face, and we tend to lose perspective. And the experiences that our employees have had with the LEC give them that perspective. The staff members who volunteer and are able to take some of their time out of their week and really make a difference with some of these kids, they come back to work with a better perspective. They're better employees. They have a fresher outlook on what they're dealing with, and they're able to keep things in that perspective. It's fun to come back or hear people come back to work with their stories, and I hear the tutors, our employees, exchange stories about what happened during that session or what funny thing their kid did or what breakthrough they had. Even challenges, we heard the other side too. We said, oh, it's been a rough week. Our student was doing this, and they share experiences. They say, oh, what worked for me last week? I did this. And it's neat. It's neat to see our staff members interact at that level and about a topic that's not work. Because then they start to connect. They start to connect in ways that they wouldn't have connected before. A lot of times people think that employees are just chasing the next bigger paycheck, and that's not the case. Employees these days, they want to be a part of something. They want to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. So when you attach your mission to something that's bigger than just the bottom line, you'll see employees get bought into that idea, and they're part of something larger. So they become attached, they become loyal, they become part of a family. And that's the type of environment that we always want to foster here, and it's allowed us to grow as much as we have. It's been an interesting 3 years with the LEC. I guess this would be my 3rd year working with them, going into the 3rd year. And the first year I remember being at LEC, I referred to Kevin as a newfound mentor. And I've continued to hold Kevin in that regard. And each year I've had a chance to work with Kevin, I feel like I get a big life lesson. He's taught me the value of time. What we choose to sacrifice to spend that time with is an important choice. I think something that we all take for granted. I admire the things that he sacrifices his time for. It's almost like I got attached to Kevin's passion, and it's infectious. You just get hooked on that, hey, this guy's part of a bigger picture, and I want to be part of that bigger picture, and I want all the people who I'm working with to be part of that bigger picture, and it just grows. 2 years ago, we sat at the banquet, and we were guests of 7th Point. And I looked at, Alexia was there with me, and I said, we need to grow. I said, 2 years from now, we're gonna have tables here. I said, our entire organization, if I can get us here, we're gonna be there. And 2 years later, here we are, we've got a ton of volunteers, we're being selected as Partner of the Year, and so his infection's working. Yeah, it's good.